here?
You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing and everyone's excited to be here.
Remember when Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter thought they could push Caitlin Clark around without any consequences? When defenders got away with cheap shots and the refs stayed silent? Well, that chapter just closed in spectacular fashion.
She needs an enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Sophie Cunningham just walked into Indiana Fever's training camp with a statement that's shaking the entire WNBA. The veteran sharpshooter and taekwondo black belt isn't just here to play. She's here to protect the league's most targeted rookie. In this video, we'll break down Sophie's training camp impact, key moments from her interviews, and why she's quickly becoming the Indiana Fever's secret weapon against the bullies. If you're hyped, drop a CC and Sophie in the comments. Let's get into it.
Sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way. Every good player, every good team that is a super duper star. Most of the time have enforcer type players.
Remember when Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA as the most hyped rookie the league had ever seen? That excitement quickly took a dark turn. As the season progressed, a troubling pattern began to surface, one that left fans and analysts shocked. The stats speak volumes. An unbelievable 17% of all flagrant fouls in the entire league were committed against just one player, Caitlin Clark. Let that sink in. One rookie in a league full of elite athletes was somehow the target of nearly 1/5 of the most dangerous fouls. This wasn't random, it was deliberate.
So there's a hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down.
Game after game, the pattern became impossible to ignore. Opponents weren't just playing tough basketball. They were targeting Caitlin Clark with hard screens, excessive contact, and plays that crossed the line from physical to downright dangerous. What should have been a celebration of her incredible talent turned into a nightly gauntlet of punishment. And the worst offenders? They stood out clearly. Angel Reese quickly became Clark's most visible rival, using non-stop physical play and trash talk to shake the rookie's focus. But the most blatant moment came from Kennedy Carter, whose shoulder check on a fast break exploded across social media. These weren't just basketball moves. They were calculated statements.
Clark, hammer.
What made it even worse was the officiating. Time and again, the refs failed to protect Caitlin Clark. Calls that would have been automatic for other players were ignored when it came to her. She was left to fight through a physical minefield every night, all while trying to lead a young, inexperienced Fever team from the point guard position.
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
Through it all, Caitlin Clark showed incredible composure. Despite taking the kind of hits that would have driven many veterans to speak out, she never used the media to criticize refs or opponents. Instead, she kept her head down and played through the contact, showing a level of professionalism far beyond her rookie status. But the impact was clear. In her performance, her body language, and in how often she was forced out of her natural game. The Fever front office saw what was happening. Night after night, their franchise star was taking unnecessary punishment, and they knew something had to change. Their answer wasn't just to add more talent. It was to build a roster specifically designed to protect her.
Like, she needs an enforcer, and if it ain't gonna be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakley? Doesn't her team have like a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs like a goon on her team, because when your star player that's bringing so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
This wasn't just about winning more games. It was about sending a clear message to the entire league. Targeting Caitlin Clark would now come with immediate consequences. The Fever weren't just building a roster, they were building a fortress around their most valuable player. But one question still lingered. Who would lead this new mindset on the court? They needed someone with the perfect mix of skill, experience, and a no-nonsense attitude. And they found that leader in a 6 feet 1 inch powerhouse with a black belt in taekwondo and a fearless reputation. Someone who never backs down from a challenge.
Caitlin Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early, and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
Enter Sophie Cunningham, a player whose reputation spoke for itself, but whose real purpose in Indiana became crystal clear the moment she took the mic at training camp. Behind her, impressive 37.8% career shooting from beyond the arc was something even more valuable to the Fever: a warrior's mentality and a message that sent shockwaves through the league.
I just think that's what they were doing in the offseason. They were trying to get winners, people who know how to compete, people who want to win, and put that together with experience, people who have championships. And so when you have that type of combination, and us kind of young bucks, I'm kind of a tweener, and then you have the vets, you know, you're just trying to be a sponge, you're trying to learn, you're trying to be good now, but at the end of the day, you're trying to be the best when it's preseason, right? And so that's why you have those vets, is so you can learn from them. They've been around the game for a really long time, and that's kind of the refreshing part about being on this team, is that everybody wants to learn, and so everyone's dialed in.
When Sophie Cunningham stepped into her first media session with the Fever, reporters expected the usual talk: new beginnings, team chemistry, season goals. Instead, she dropped 6 words that echoed across the basketball world. "I'm here to make sure nobody takes cheap shots at our players. That stops now." In a time when most athletes stick to polished PR scripts, Cunningham's raw, direct statement hit like a thunderclap.
I do think that everyone knows that we have something special here. I think a lot of teams have a lot of teams that are special, a lot of rosters that are special, but can you put it together? Can you put aside your agendas? Can you come into work every single day when you're tired, when you're sore, and still get something done and stack the days? And that's what we're doing. Today was tough, you know what I mean? Like, we've been going for a long time. They haven't been, this is not an easy training camp, I'll tell you that, but I think we're going to be better for it. And I think if you ask anyone, everyone kind of just feels that nice energy.
What makes Sophie Cunningham the perfect fit for this protective role isn't just her physicality on the court. It's her foundation of discipline and strength. Her background speaks volumes, and it shows in the way she plays. Throughout her WNBA career, Cunningham has built a reputation as someone who never backs down from confrontation, making her the ideal enforcer for a team that's ready to set clear boundaries.
So I'm on year 7, and I did not believe people when they're like, hey, when you get old, you're going to know. Boy, I think I'm starting to get old, and I hate saying that. But no, it's just, we play fast, right? We're going to be quick. We're a run and gun. We're a shooting team. But with that, you got to get your cardio up. With that, you have to play fast, but play smart. And so there's a fine line between that, and we're all trying to get that. There's a lot of people here, a lot of different rotations, a lot of people that you haven't played with before. So you have to know where they want the ball, when they want it, their rhythm, their style of play. And so a lot of people are learning, but it's fun, right? Everyone's excited to be here. Everyone's working hard. We've had 3 really, really good days.
Cunningham's commitment goes beyond just guarding Indiana's star rookie. During training camp interviews, she stressed the importance of creating an environment where mutual support is second nature. "It's important that we know and love each other off the court," Cunningham explained, "because that naturally translates to on-court chemistry and a willingness to fight for each other." This philosophy reveals a deeper strategy. She's not just protecting Caitlin Clark. She's helping foster a culture where every player feels secure.
What's that chemistry building process been like, especially off the court?
Yeah.
So you guys are all now in market.
You know, I don't even want to sound like this, but it's been easy. It's been easy because you have really, really great people here that want to be a part of something special. And so they're not only phenomenal athletes, but they're phenomenal people. They're out in the community. They do what's right. I don't know, we're just good stewards. And so when you're around those types of people, it's refreshing. And when I say this, I'm truly happy to be here because it hasn't been like this for my career in a really long time.
When reporters asked her specifically about the physical treatment Caitlin Clark faced during her rookie season, Cunningham didn't hold back. "That's not basketball," she said firmly. "That's not going to happen on my watch." Her direct response left no room for doubt. The days of using excessive physicality as a tactic against the Fever's franchise player were officially over.
Anytime you play with the GOAT of our team, or the GOAT of our game, you're going to learn a lot. You know, you have to be ready for the ball, head on a swivel at all times. And the way that she throws the ball is a lot how DT threw it. I think this is just the younger version of her, so she has a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk. I miss DT in her prime, but doesn't mean she wasn't great when I played with her. But honestly, at the end of the day, everybody can shoot, right? If you're cutting and you're open, you're going to get the ball. And so you just have to be ready for that. And I'm excited for that. And I think you'll see 1 through 5 is interchangeable.
Cunningham's experience playing alongside legends like Diana Taurasi and Brittany Greener has given her a unique perspective on handling the spotlight. "I understand what it's like to have every move scrutinized," she said during camp, explaining how she manages to block out the external noise and protect the team's mental space. This veteran wisdom is proving invaluable for a young team now facing unprecedented attention.
I'm so grateful and blessed to have my time out in Phoenix. I met a lot of cool people. I had a lot of great teammates. I learned a lot, had a lot of great times, but just a new era for me, right? A new system, a new type of energy, and so of course I'm excited for it. I'm happy to be close to my family. I'm excited to have my teammates, so I'm starting to even get close with now, and I think we're gonna be a lot of friends, and so I don't know, it's a new vibe and I'm happy.
What makes Sophie Cunningham's presence even more impactful is how her basketball skills perfectly complement her protective instincts. Her deadly three-point accuracy forces defenders to stay honest, opening up more space for Caitlin Clark to work. It's a dual threat that makes the Fever much more dangerous. Now, opponents face not only the athletic consequences of targeting Clark, but also the basketball consequences of leaving Cunningham unchecked. And beyond her sharpshooting lies something even more valuable to Clark's success: a basketball IQ that can anticipate threats before they even materialize. While fans might notice the growing scoring partnership between the two, coaches are recognizing something even more crucial developing on the defensive end.
We have entered Indiana Fever training camp day 3, and Sophie Cunningham is killing it.
In the intensity of practice sessions, Cunningham isn't just talking about protection, she's actively demonstrating it. With a steady flow of communication, she's constantly improving Indiana's defensive positioning. Watch closely during drills, and you'll see her pointing out screens before they even happen, directing traffic like an on-court air traffic controller, and ensuring Caitlin Clark never gets blindsided by picks she doesn't see coming. This strategic awareness creates an early warning system, allowing Clark to navigate the court without constantly looking over her shoulder. The practice footage tells a powerful story. During scrimmages, Cunningham doesn't simply react to defensive breakdowns. She prevents them altogether. She's always calling out positions, anticipating offensive moves, and organizing the entire defense to function as a unified force. This proactive approach allows Caitlin Clark to focus entirely on her offensive game, without having to worry about where the next hit might come from. What makes this partnership truly special is how it extends beyond just the court. Between drills, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham can often be seen huddled together, deep in animated conversations about strategy and team dynamics. This fast-building off-court chemistry has laid a solid foundation of trust that directly impacts their gameplay. When the pressure rises in the fourth quarter, that established connection means they can communicate with nothing more than a glance or a nod.
She sees the Indiana Fever putting Sophie back in that 3 position, so she sees her having like more of a breakout season than she'd had at the Mercury, having to play a position that wasn't exactly natural to her. But watching the footage, it's kind of crazy because I see Sophie Cunningham now as being able to play the 1, the 2, the 3, and with her experience over at Mercury, the 4. Sophie Cunningham at the 1 as the point guard, you're crazy, you say, but no.
Cunningham's versatility adds another layer to her protective role. Her ability to play multiple positions, from point guard all the way to power forward, gives the Fever unpredictable lineup options that keep opponents on their toes. This positional flexibility creates matchup challenges for other teams, while allowing Cunningham to provide Caitlin Clark with the right kind of support depending on the situation.